Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Motor City Wrestling episode 189. Tonight we are live from Nashville, Tennessee. We have a whole lot of Fallout to catch up on following MCW Game Over last week. So starting our night off, we're going to oh, it almost got too weird. We're going to witness as... Okay, I guess we fucking set it up in a weird way, but we're going to witness as Adam Crozier goes one-on-one with a former European champion for the European Championship. An open challenge was issued by the new European champion earlier tonight, and now he is set to defend his title only 7 days into his reign. Right after this, we're going to see... Right after this, we're going to see as Judy Parker goes one-on-one with Man Nightblade. Strength and Power set to collide with the Block Party in non-title action. Then Roxanne Grace takes on Sarah Bates right after that. And of course, our main event of the evening, Santana Santos faces off against Marco Rodriguez in Marco's first match since he was taken out back at Snowstorm all the way back in December. Tonight now, it is time to get our first match of the night started though, as Adam Crozier goes one-on-one in this open challenge. We'll let him see who his opponent is going to be.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the European Championship.
Oh, hold on a second. Well, the Second City Sitter is certainly in for a big fight tonight. The Golden Star, Tyler Van Diver, fresh off the loss last week at MCW Game Over. A loss to Pedro Rodriguez. You know that the Golden Star has got a chip on his shoulder. Looking to rebound off that major loss. And just imagine doing so by picking up such a major win, becoming the European champion just a few weeks out from Wrestling Palace 4. What's up, Yanni? Why are you saying damn it? As a fun fact, European champion Adam Crozier graduated with a major in English from the University of Call of Duty Lobbies. God fucking damn it. Well, I mentioned earlier tonight, Adam Crozier, he made this challenge official. Adam Crozier is determined to make himself known as the greatest European champion in history. Today marks day number 7 of his reign. He's already gotten off to a good start by being the man who ended Duncan Jones's historic 152-day reign with the title back at MCW Game Over last week. But now Adam Crozier, he's seemingly set his sights on former European champions of the past. Oh, Brendan already voted on Van Diver. So I either have to bet on Crozier or tempt the betting curse. Yeah, I think you made the right choice, Andy. I have to say it is also very interesting to see that Tyler Van Diver would be the one to accept the open challenge, especially after the feud that Adam Crozier has had with Cody Gray over the past couple months. We all know the history between Gray and Van Diver. I'm not going to get into it here, but just a few dots that can be connected there.
From Palm Beach, Florida, weighing in at 228 pounds, Tyler Van Diver.
Tyler Van Diver ranked at number 9 on MCW with 11 wins and 12 losses, ranked at number 20 overall in the UPWA.
And introducing the champion from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 225 pounds. He is the European champion, the chosen one, Adam Crusher.
Meanwhile, Adam Crozier stepping into this matchup, stepping into his very first title defense in his career. Crozier ranked at number 10 on MCW, number 22 in the UPWA overall with 10 wins and 3 losses. This man currently is on a winning streak of 10 wins, 10 victories in a row without being defeated. Tonight he looks to mark win number 11, but also score his very first title defense in this European title reign. But now the matchup officially underway. Adam Crozier, he claims that out of all the greats to have held the European Championship in the past, Adam Crozier is the greatest of them all. Well, his mouth may have finally written a cash that his ass cannot check, because he is now in there with one of the absolute greatest in UPWA history in the form of the Golden Star. And Tyler Van Diver not going easy on Crozier early on. Now off the top rope with a diving elbow drop right to the back. Not finished yet. Just deadlifting him up and slamming him down with that gut wrench. Oh! No, Crozier with a stiff boot to the side of the head. Almost disrespectful there. Now taking to the skies himself, but it didn't quite pay off. Van Diver able to avoid it. Ooh, nice dodge there from the Golden Star. Couple of shots. Now lifts Crozier up. Looking here. Oh! Sort of a torture rack Falcon arrow there delivered by Tyler Van Diver, but now Crozier finally gaining some offense with a backslide driver. Going for the cover, does not even get a 1 count. Tyler, oh man, what a knee strike. Tyler Van Diver has just been in control from the get-go of this match, but now Crozier finally building up ahead of steam. And this has seemingly been the theme of Adam Crozier's matches as of late. Typically his opponent gets a good start on him early on, but then as the match continues on, Adam Crozier starts to learn his opponent's moveset, starts to learn his opponent's fighting style, and starts to be able to avoid moves like that. And then he does shit like that, but I digress. It's all part of the AI learning process. But still, cannot take away that incredible ability there from Crozier a moment ago. Just manages to avoid the super kick that typically sets up for Golden Keys, and adapts on the fly to take Van Diver down with a disaster kick moments later. But now starting to build up even more offense, running Bulldog out of the corner, going for the cover on Van Diver, but only a 2 count. Crozier not finished yet, picks him back up and takes him down with an Anarch knee, but he's still unfinished with the Golden Star. Double leg takedown, steps in and pulls him back. And just like that, the Golden Star is locked in to the Crozier cage. Center of the ring, nowhere for Van Diver to go. Crozier trying to force the submission, going to let go of Van Diver. Instead, now looking for a springboard moonsault, does not quite get him. Van Diver rolls out of the way, sets up, super kick connects, and now gives him Golden Keys. Hell of a rope break. Ref doesn't see it, but only a 2 regardless. Now Van Diver looking to capitalize, looking to follow up that offense. Lifts Crozier up and gives him GoldenEye. Now the cover to put Crozier away and win the European Championship at only 2 points. At least if Tyler wins, we can laugh at Crozier for the shortest title reign in UPWA history out of all the titles. Unfortunately, that's not even true. It'll be the shortest European title reign, but not the shortest ever. They do say that guys with small title reigns have small... you can go there. Hold on a second, Crozier now going to pick him up. Anarch knee connects yet again. Falls into the cover to put away the Golden Star and retain the European Championship. And just like that, Adam Crozier retains the title for the very first time. He said that tonight was going to be historic. He said that whoever steps up is going to be part of history. And as Crozier predicted, Van Diver will now go down in the history books as the first man to fall to the Second City Center in his European title reign.
Here is your winner, and still European champion, the Chosen One, Adam Crusher.
Well, you can say whatever you want about Adam Crozier, but the fact of the matter is, well, he called out any former European champion. And I think he may have just gotten the very best out of all of them. And without any notice, without any time for preparation, Adam Crozier is the one who emerges victorious. Crozier said that the legends who came before him paved the way, and now they are going to regret it. I think tonight we've just witnessed a sign of the times regarding the future of Adam Crozier and the European Championship. But now it is time for our next match of the evening. Stick around as we move on to our first women's match of the night. Judy Parker set to collide with Amanda Nightblade one-on-one. Alright, that was a pretty good match right there, despite a couple of botches. And despite Adam Crozier being the one who emerges victorious. Still a very good opener, in my opinion. Give me just 1 second here. Something that annoyed me about that match also is, at least before the match, is I set it up so that Crozier would come out first, but I guess 2K22 still does the thing that 2K19 did, and if you have a championship match, the champion by default comes out first. Which, I get it, but it's also kind of annoying when you're trying to set up shit like this, you know, like open challenge type of shit. Well, it is what it is. What the fuck is that emote? Fucking Frosty the Snowman, goddamn broken ass arm twig type of shit. So what would that mean for the women who can't defend the YouTubers? Don't even fucking remind me about that shit. We've had a very great reign in the form of Akane Tanaka's UPW Women's Championship. All those fucking one title defense losses of the past are no more, as far as I'm fucking concerned. Let's see. I see we're gonna dodge into a the swimboard was here was actually cool. Then he turned into Adam Crozier down the fucking knot. Let's see. Crozier was conceived in a sock. I don't know who dug him out of their cum sock and impregnated a woman with that, but or I'm not. Why am I trying to describe the scenario? What the fuck is wrong with me? We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next match. Let's get to it. Judy Parker made Nightblade 1-1. That is not a fucking crime scene that needs investigation. Now, although the threat of Emily Sharp has firmly been dealt with here on MCW, although Roxanne Graves was able to wrestle the International Women's Championship away from Emily Sharp last week and put Sharp down for good, a couple of loose ends still remain in the form of Sarah Baker and Amanda Nightblade. Now tonight, Judy Parker and Roxanne Graves look to extinguish those fires once and for all. Judy Parker will be up first, going one-on-one against Amanda Nightblade here in just a moment. Later on, the International Women's Champion will be in action for the first time since winning the gold last week when she takes on Sarah Baker. I imagine Judy's gotta be pissed after the title match. To be honest, considering fucking Graves keeps on breaking up her shit, I would be pretty pissed too. And there she is, Amanda Nightblade making her way down to the ring for what will be her first singles match in quite some time here. To be quite honest, I don't know when the last time that we saw Amanda Nightblade competing just by herself without her sister, even at ringside. But you gotta wonder how this shift in match type is going to affect Nightblade as she goes one-on-one with one of the baddest women in the entire UPWA. Judy looked like she was going to make Sharp tap out until Roxanne needed to complete the story against Judy Sharp. And broke it up. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Yeah, fuck Judy Parker's story, bro. It's all about Roxanne Graves' story. But this matchup officially underway. Parker, with a sweep of the leg and a stomp right to the chest. Now unleashing these right hands into the forehead, perhaps trying to bust Nightblade open early on. But Nightblade there with a reversal sweep of the leg of her own, and now sending Parker headfirst into the canvas. Going back after that head here. Just a couple of disrespectful stomps right to the face. Now going to pick Parker back up. What's Nightblade thinking here? Going after the arm. Just gets rocked by that forearm, but catches her with a back elbow. Now a stiff right hand. Parker may need a new jaw after that one, but just takes Nightblade down and takes back control with a very stiff headbutt, follows up with an even stiffer clothesline. Now to the top rope goes Parker, setting up here. They're calling for Nightblade to get back up. What is she thinking here? Maybe not. Instead, it was all just a ploy so that she could get a punch in of her own. But Nightblade back in control now with a short arm clothesline taking down the opponent. Steps over, picks her right back up. Still has the wrist locked for a second short arm. And yet again, picks Parker up for a third short arm clothesline, completing the trifecta. Not finished yet. Full mount over the opponent. Couple of clubs there to the face. Able to break the guard to deliver a couple of stiff elbows and follows up with a couple more clubs for good measure. Now these boots to the side of the head. Nightblade is in control and she knows it as she goes to the top turnbuckle now, looking for a frog splash off the top rope. May have learned that one from her husband, but gonna pick Parker back up and lifts her up into a very southern uppercut. Now going for the cover to put Parker away here tonight. And only a 2 count. Judy and Roxanne went after each other at the immediate beginning of the match of that fatal 4-way. So I have to imagine they recognize the danger of each other. I mean, you have to imagine they would. Like, they may be friends outside the ring, but once that bell rings and they're on opposite sides, it is all business. And you absolutely have to take out the biggest threat sometimes. But this match, continuing on, the biggest threat in this match, I'd argue, is Judy Parker as she grabs Nightblade by the throat, lifts her up, and choke slams her down. Going for the cover now to put Nightblade away. Outside leg is hooked, but only a 2 count. No flips, just fists. Judy Parker confirmed to be a mark for the Revival / FTR. And once again, now setting up here, looking for the Parker Project. But she's not finished yet, looking to immediately follow up. Grabs her by the throat yet again. Sets up for another vicious choke slam. Middle of the ring, hooks the leg yet again. And I believe that is going to garner her a 3 count. No, it will not. Crowd chanting one more time. That may be what it takes to put Nightblade away tonight. And now this time, Parker executing that no flips, just fist mantra. She goes for a diving fist drop, but Nightblade able to roll out of the way now yet again, continuing these short arm clotheslines to the opponent. And now Nightblade to the top rope yet again. Looking for another frog splash from almost halfway across the ring. Going for the cover now on Parker, but only a 2 count. And yet again, Nightblade just full mount employed over the opponent, unleashing her fury with these strikes. Not finished yet. Now a camel clutch. Clubs at the face for good measure. Quick stomp connects there. Going to pick Parker up and lifts her up for another very southern uppercut. But Nightblade's not finished yet. Could be looking for the exclamation point on tonight's matchup. Kicks to the gut. Double underhook. Setting up here for a Baker driver. And now the cover to put Parker away and pick up the win tonight. Pick up the upset victory, but only a 2. And it could be no flips, no fists, just kendo sticks. Kind of sound bad, actually. Yet again, looking for another frog splash, but went to the well one too many times. Third time was not the charm for Nightblade as Parker gets the knees up. Now a Lou Thesz press tackling Nightblade and unleashing these shots. Now Parker looking for a camel clutch of her own. But this time executing an actual submission out of it, trying to force the tap from Nightblade, cranking up the pressure here. Nightblade so close to the ropes, but unable to reach them. And now Parker, no, Nightblade able to reverse. Now a couple of elbow drops right to the inside of the leg. Just a vicious series of elbows. Now the cover lateral press employed against Parker, trying to pick up the win, but still only a 2 count. Neither woman wants to stay down for 3 in this matchup. Neither is willing to stay down for 3. Both of them just refusing defeat in tonight's contest, but one of these wills has to give eventually. And right now, it's looking like it may just be Parker's as Nightblade continues to mount this very gruesome offensive. Continuing her striking prowess against Parker, but now the reversal, setting up here, looking for a vertical suplex, and transitions right into the cover. With her knee pressed into the midsection, but only gets a 2 counts. Nightblade getting that shoulder off the mat, but Parker not going to take no for an answer. Setting up again, looking for the Parker Project, but this time Nightblade with a reversal. Punches right to the skull to break things up. And now Nightblade rushes in, takes an uppercut, catches the right, gives her a knee. Now looking for a suplex of her own. Picks Parker back up, setting up again here. Looking for a third southern uppercut. Now the cover to put away Parker. And Nightblade, no! Only a 2. How are they still going? And Nightblade looking to ensure that Parker doesn't go for much longer as she sets up for another Baker driver, but this time Parker with the reversal. Able to break herself free and looking for the chokeslam, but now it's Nightblade with a Saito suplex following that offense of strikes. Overwhelming Parker with her quickness. Nightblade buys herself some more time in this matchup, but is she now living on borrowed time? Parker with a stomp for good measure, picks her back up, setting up again. Looking for one final choke slam. Into the cover, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Well, you have to admit Parker has a fight for it, and you can see it as she tries to stand up following the 3 counts. Absolutely phenomenal contest that we got here tonight. I would argue this to be a sleeper performance out of Nightblade, at least. I don't think any of us were expecting that type of a fight be put up by Nightblade tonight. But Nightblade showing off that in spite of her low IQ, she may still be a formidable force inside that ring when given the opportunity. Absolutely impressive performance there from Nightblade, but congratulations is certainly due to Parker on picking up that hard-fought victory. But now it's time for our next match of the night. Stick around as we get set for our mid-card match of the evening. Tag team action in store as the UPW Tag Team Champions get set to face off against Strength and Power in this non-title match. And yes, that was a legitimately fucking great matchup right there. Like I said, absolute sleeper performance from both of them. Fucking fantastic. Let's see, Marty probably had a shirt at one point that said something along the lines of Kenny the Kendo Stick. Alright, let's go ahead and get the best ready for this next one real quick. A couple of really great matches to start the show off. I can't wait for the main event to start. There we go. So how are y'all doing on this fine Thursday evening? Hope you guys are having a very good day so far. And if not, then I hope that the UPW is providing that entertainment that you need to make your day just a little bit better, a little bit more bearable before you go to sleep. Alright, now it's time for our next match. And then we got Strength and Power taking on the Block Party in non-title action. Let's go ahead and get to it. There they are, Strength and Power making their way down to the ring after an incredible tag team match they participated in last week at MCW Game Over, in which they just barely picked up the victory over the Kiwi Buzzsaws. It was an absolutely insane performance given by both teams. But in the end, Strength and Power were victorious, and now it seems as though they may be looking at a tag title shot in their near future. Certainly promising things are on the horizon as these two get a non-title shot at the Tag Team Champions here tonight. Got scared shitless last night, and the water coming out of my faucet was a warm color, but it seems to have been resolved. It seems to have resolved itself this morning. Yeah, that is certainly something. But then again, considering at my fucking high school, literally half the water fountains dispensed yellow water. I swear to God, there was fucking lead in them damn pipes. And considering I turned out fine. Trust me, I fucking didn't. Unless I was truly desperate. Now, that was A building's water. Fucking B building had the best water. That shit was cold and clear. It's almost like it was actually meant to be fucking drank by humans. Who would have fucking thought? But anyway, the UPW Tag Team Champions, the Block Party, making their way down to the ring tonight, following their successful title defense over Blood Money last week at Game Over. Just like between Strength and Power and the Kiwi Buzzsaws, the Block Party put on a phenomenal performance against Blood Money in their tag title defense last week. And now they're looking to move on from that feud once and for all and get set to defend those tag titles at Wrestling Palace. it's still up in the air who their next challengers are going to be. But Strength and Power have the opportunity to put their hat in the ring if they can knock the tag team champions off tonight. And here we go, time to get this match started. It is going to be the Sonoran Savage, Joe Sullivan, going one-on-one against Dustin James to open up this tag team match. And Sullivan immediately with a military press, just slamming James. It's not fucking Duncan Jones, that's the wrong DJ. But slamming James down into the mat. James now able to fire back though, looking for a wheelbarrow bulldog to his bigger opponent. Quick stomp to follow up. Now going to pick Sullivan back up. But the Sonoran Savage catches him, lifts him up onto his shoulder, and brings him face first into that top turnbuckle on the way down. Gives him some snake eyes. Now going to launch the tag team champion into the corner and unleashes this series of lefts and rights. Dustin James doesn't even know where the hell he is, can't cover up. And Sullivan with a couple of stomps there, but James able to fight back with a boot of his own. Now brings Sullivan into the corner. Launches him across the ring. No, wait a second. Sends him back in and off the ropes with a bulldog. Now tag is made to bigger brother Justin, looking to get himself some of Sullivan. With the right hand, unable to break through the defenses, but now able to lift him up for a spinning scoop slam here. Oh! And James may have made himself a bit dizzy there with all that spinning, but you have to imagine Sullivan got the worst of it there. Butterfly suplex connects from James, going for the cover now, but only a 1 count. Match going to continue on. Sullivan trying to make that tag to Chris Hunter, not allowed to. Cut off at the pass by the opponent. But these elbows to the midsection are enough to create some separation that he needs. Now looking for a left, gets caught with one of his own. Now a kitchen sink. And Sullivan follows up with a textbook scoop slam, as well as a running leg drop. Now makes that tag to the Savage of South Africa, who looks to make short work of one half of the tag team champions. Drops that fist right across the face. Tying up the arm now. Going after the other one, bending back the shoulder. That's going to hurt. He's not finished yet. Has a hold of the head and slams him repeatedly into the mat. James back up. Running drop kick finds his mark. Takes Hunter down. And as James makes that tag out to Dustin, Hunter gets back up to his feet and looks for some more action. Has a hold of Dustin now. Lifts him onto his shoulders, into a fireman's carry, into a powerbomb, and bombs him over the top rope and down to the floor. With his message sent, Chris Hunter makes the tag to Joe Sullivan. Dustin struggling to get back up to his feet at ringside, somehow able to do so before Sullivan gets to him. And now both men standing, and Sullivan with the DDT on the floor. Hang on a second, I just want to point something out. What the fuck is that guy's haircut? That guy in the green over there. What the fuck is his haircut, dude? That shit looks so fucking bad. It looks like they were trying to give him cornrows or something, but they just failed horribly. Holy fuck, I've never seen hair that bad in this game. And it only took me over a year of 2K22 being out for me to finally notice that guy's haircut. Insane. Anyway, action back inside the ring. Tags made to both Hunter and Justin. And Hunter looking to take advantage, launches Justin over the top rope. Ooh, Dustin able to avoid a quick right hand, but unable to avoid that uppercut. However, the distraction going to pay off as Justin James deposits Hunter over the top rope and down to the floor. Now looking for a diving leg drop all the way down. And now a rear naked choke, trying to force his bigger opponent to pass out at ringside. Not going to score the submission out on the floor. But if he can choke the big bastard out and prevent him from answering the referee's 10 count to get back inside the ring. Well, that's one way to pick up the victory. However, Hunter was able to fight out of it, and now these two continue to battle at ringside. Justin James gets back inside, so does Chris Hunter. By the count of 6, and Hunter with a kicks the midsection, now unleashing these rights and lefts. Follows up, has him on his shoulders, and gives him some snake eyes in the corner. He's wearing a wig made of steel wool pads. Exactly. Clubbing blow to the side of the head, now unleashing these left hands into the skull. Quicks on for good measure, picks him back up, but a kick to the gut from James, and follows up the clothesline, depositing to the outside once again. James back up to the top turnbuckle, this time for a diving elbow drop. Now another elbow drop, this time to the face. Not finished yet though, but Hunter with a reversal, quick sweep of the leg. Now picks him back up, picks him up onto his shoulder, and brings him face first into the ring apron. Ref now at a count of 5. As these two continue to go at it, Hunter gonna bring Justin back inside, who promptly makes the tag to Dustin. Oh, knife edge chop, lighting up the chest of Chris Hunter, now goes behind for a forearm shot to the lower back. Now launches him into the corner. James setting up here, looking for the Dustin Valley driver. Falls right into the cover to put Hunter away. Oh, but Sullivan right there to break things up. Looked for a second like he was going to miss the pin and take out the referee instead. But either way, results are granted for strength and power. However, Dustin James setting up for final destination, but he instead takes a KO punch for his troubles. Going for the cover is Chris Hunter, but he only gets a 1 count. Now Joe Sullivan and Justin James doing battle inside the ring as Chris Hunter and Dustin continue going back and forth. The action is spilling all over the place here. Finally, the Illegal Men take their fight to ringside. That leaves just Dustin and Hunter to battle inside the ring. Dustin James going to the top turnbuckle, thinking maybe about... Oh! Whatever he's thinking, he ended up being successful there for a moment with that missile drop kick, but runs right into a Samoan drop. Now a kick to the gut. Hunter setting up. Looking for this modified scoop slam and a falling fist drop for good measure. Now the cover to put Dustin away. But Justin is right there to break things up. Chris Hunter, though, looks like he's had enough of Justin's antics, slams him down with authority. But Justin defiantly gets right back up. Now Hunter gonna launch him. No, wait. Or 2K's gonna 2K. That works too. Dustin James gonna take advantage of it with a back suplex. Quick dragon screw there by Hunter. Takes down Dustin. Allows Joe Sullivan to get the tag. But Dustin now gonna bring him into the corner. Oh, back elbow. Has him rocked. Looking to follow up. Rings the arm. But Dustin gonna roll through, back up to his feet, and takes him down with an arm drag. Dustin trying to keep the momentum flowing. Joe Sullivan quick to shut it down. Now brings him back into strength in Power's corner. Brings him to the top turnbuckle. Sullivan setting up here, I believe, for an avalanche Snoring Fly, but Dustin James with the wherewithal to get out of dodge. And now finds the opportunity to tag in Justin James, who immediately takes Sullivan down with that explosive flying forearm. Sullivan's already had enough of Justin. Makes the tag to Hunter, who also gets taken down by the flying forearm. Oh! Couple of right shots here. Oh, and one more for good measure. The Block Party never afraid to have a little bit of fun inside that ring, even when the situation is most dire. But I think that's really what gives them strength. That's what makes them so unique and makes them so popular among the fan base. And I think that is exactly why they are the current UPW Tag Team Champions But you know Strength and Power are looking to regain the gold after they lost the tag titles to them a couple of months ago. Chris Hunter, though, able to kick out of that DDT. Now quick sweep of the leg takes down Dustin. Joe Sullivan back in it. And this time knows better than just wait around and allow a James to take him down to their running offense. This time, it is Joe Sullivan who retains control, cranking up the pressure with his modified camel clutch, trying to force the tap. And Dustin is forced to submit. It looked at first as if Dustin might have been able to break free, and I think Justin had confidence in his brother. I think Justin believed that Dustin had it handled, which is why he didn't step in to interfere until it was too late. By the point Justin finally arrived to break up the submission, the pressure was already too much, the pain had already increased to such a degree that Dustin had no choice but to tap. And here it is once again. You see Justin hesitant to get in the ring. Finally does that, triggers Chris Hunter to do the same, but it was too late. And just like that, Strength and Power picking up another victory, an even bigger win than their one over the Kiwi Buzzsaws last week. And just like that, I believe Strength and Power have just reinserted themselves into the conversation regarding the UPW Tag Team Championship. But either way, it's now time for our next match of the night. Stick around as the International Women's Champion, Roxanne Graves, gets set for her first match since winning the title against Sarah Baker. One of the finishes of all time. That's produced any fucking 2K submission finish, to be honest. Yeah, as great of matches that 2K22 is able to put on, like, I will say this, 2K22 puts on great AI matches. 2K19 did really good as well, but I think 22 is honestly got a better track record, like, of actual, like, match quality. Like, actual back and forth shit. But the finishes, bro, half the time, it's either off some, like, stupid-ass freaking DDT, and they go for the pin to get the 3, or a comeback. And then, like, or they, like, someone just locks in a random-ass submission when they're not even a submission specialist, when they don't even have a fucking submission, like, signature move or nothing like that. For instance, that fucking modified camel clutch. And they get the win. I hate when that shit happens. It pisses me off. But what can you do? Except hope that 2K makes a good game. But unfortunately, like, you know, they're a little too late for that for us. But, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, it's time for our next match of the night. Like I said, we got Roxanne Graves going one-on-one with Sarah Baker. Let's go ahead and get that match going. Well, there she is, the new International Women's Champion. Roxanne Graves marching down to the ring with a purpose, only 7 days out from winning the championship by defeating Emily Sharp once and for all. Out of all the people to have the answer to the formula, I don't think anybody expected it to be a rookie like Roxanne Graves. But last week at MCW Game Over, she proved us wrong, and she forced Sharp to relinquish her vice-like grip on the title. However, as I mentioned earlier tonight, there's still a few loose ends yet to be tied. Sarah Baker and Amanda Nightblade, who have been helping Emily Sharp for months, now finally set to get their comeuppance. Earlier tonight we saw Judy Parker finish off Amanda Nightblade. But now Roxanne Graves gets set to put away Sarah Baker. And now it's time to get this matchup going. Graves, Baker, one-on-one. And as I mentioned earlier about Amanda Nightblade, as Baker goes for the cover early on off the spine buster, only gets a 1 count. As I mentioned earlier about Amanda Nightblade, it has been a very long time since we saw her in singles action inside the UPWA. The same can be said about Sarah Baker. I mean, the Bakers only really re-emerged a month or two ago alongside Emily Sharp after being gone for so long. And now here's Sarah Baker going one-on-one with the International Women's Champion. Catches her out of the sky into a Samoan drop. Pure strength on display there by Baker. Now, Amanda Nightblade earlier tonight showed us that despite her track record as despite her status, I should say, as a tag team wrestler, she can go on her own. Now we're sort of seeing the same thing from Sarah Baker here tonight as she takes down the champion with that suplex. Look at the follow-up here, picks Graves up. Oh, stiff right hand connects. Another one. Shots to the ribs. And trying to follow up here with this hammerlock. Oh, but a couple of shots to the midsection there from Graves to break things up. Count of 5 by the referee. Baker sent back inside. And now Graves going to join her in there. Gets caught by her opponent, though. Launched over the top rope. Onto the apron goes the champion. Oh, stiff right hand. Has her rocked. Now going to follow up. Baker turns her around and looks to unleash these clubs right into the chest. I didn't want the curse to fuck Roxy. Isn't it still going to, because nobody bet on Baker either way, Brendan? I thought that's how the curse worked. Yeah. Shit indeed. Oh, Baker launched right into the steel steps. Graves looking to capitalize as she picks her opponent up. Referee continuing his count here. Now kicks to the gut there from Baker. And a follow-up launches her across the ringside area. Graves down yet again. Baker back inside the ring. Just taking a moment to taunt the International Women's Champion. Graves trying to figure out her next course of action. Finally gets back in, but once again gets intercepted by her opponents. Baker not giving Graves any opportunity. Not giving her a chance, but Graves is going to take that chance forcefully as she starts to build her way back into this matchup, stomping away at the chest here. Just vicious stomp after stomp. Baker back up to her feet, though, and takes her down with a running shoulder tackle. Now trying to follow with a very southern uppercut. Graves has the counter, takes her down to the clothesline instead. So we went back, and now we're out again. Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. And now Graves full mount over the opponent, just right hand after right hand. Making sure that Baker feels each and every one of those punches. Now going to follow up with these stomps right to the hand. Graves showing no remorse for her opponent tonight as she sets up here. Oh, no, reversal from Baker. And now a spine buster taking out the champion. Floats over to the cover, but only a 1 count. Hold on a second, now setting up here, looking for a beast bite on the champion, trying to force the submission, but Graves rolls onto her side and breaks things up with a knee strike right to the side of the head. Off the ropes. Oh, just laid her out with that one. Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face, and I think Sarah Baker just is out of plans at this point. Graves going for the cover off the elbow drop. Gets a 2 count, not a 3, though. This match continues on. Graves trying to be a smart champion. She knows that Baker has a lot of experience. She's taking her time in keeping it slow so her opponent can't get any momentum. That's a fair way of looking at it. And right now, Roxanne Graves, she is in full control, so perhaps is working to her advantage as she locks in a camel clutch, trying to force the tap from her opponent. But hold on a second. Baker able to get back up to her feet and breaking things up with a snapmare. I have to say that wasn't exactly the most textbook example of a camel clutch that I've witnessed, but it was effective until it wasn't. Fucking great commentary there, Doug. Jesus Christ. Anyway, match continues on. The Ninja up against the ropes. Knee strike to the midsection. Now gonna go to the outside. Baker trying to crawl away. Doesn't realize Graves is out there. Drops a knee across the back. Sends both women tumbling to the outside. And at ringside, Graves using the environment to her advantage, sending her head first into the floor repeatedly. But now Baker, trying to follow up clothesline, takes down the opponent. Steps over, picks her back up for a second short on clothesline. And now looking to complete this trifecta with yet another clothesline. Picks Graves up yet again. And now going to get back inside the ring. And this seems to be the plan of Sarah Baker. Bring Graves to the outside, force her to get back in, and then take advantage before she can get back up to her feet. And once again, Baker looking to utilize this strategy, but unfortunately this time, it is to no avail. Graves reverses the Baker driver, going for the cover, but only a 2 count. Graves with a Roxanne rolling lariat to avoid that Baker driver, but now picks her up, looking for the Graves mistake. But she's not finished yet. Slap across the face, looking for another Roxanne roll. Center of the ring, shoulders her down to put Baker away, and Roxanne Graves picks up the win. Great showing tonight by Sarah Baker. She definitely had a plan going into this one, but in the end, she went to the well one too many times. By the end of the match, Roxanne Graves had figured out the strategy, learned how to counter it, and would ultimately put her away with this Roxanne roll.
Here is your winner, the Rebel, Roxanne Graves.
Roxanne Graves picking up a major victory just 7 days out from her International Women's Championship win. And certainly Graves looks to have her head held high heading into Wrestling Palace next month. But now it is time for our main event of the evening. Stick around because coming up next, we got Santana Santos going one-on-one with Marco Rodriguez. Did Graves see that post I did in the Discord about how DDP got fucked up and tried to replicate it with that elbow drop? Let's see. I was going to say the same thing earlier, too, about Justin James' fucking elbow drop to, I think, Chris Hunter on the outside earlier. Damn good match, and is it just me, or did Roxanne somehow give less fucks than usual in that match? Let's see, we'll go ahead and get Discord going real quick. Oh, let's see here. You know, something I really like about that match, actually. I'm going to go ahead and give a little comment here. Something I really like about that match is the fact that I don't think a single finisher was hit until the very end there. Like, I don't even think a signature was hit until the very end. That's not something that you get very often in 2K matches, where it's literally just back and forth, then the wrestlers just jockeying to be the first one to get their finisher, and then that finisher spelling the end. I I like that. The psychology indeed. The psychology indeed. I like that. I like what we just saw there. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain that like that actually was the Roxanne or the fucking Graves mistake and the Roxanne roll at the very end were the only times a finisher connected. I'm not gonna say it was hit because I think it was attempted early in the match. I think Baker tried to go for that very southern uppercut, and I think Graves did go for a Roxanne roll, but they were both reversed. And not even double reverse, but just, you know, like primary reversal. So we didn't even get to see any of the animation. But then Baker going for that Baker driver gets doubled, so it actually looks like a legitimate reversal. And then from the, you know, like, and I love that it was a fucking clothesline that was the reversal. That works for Graves with the Roxanne roll. Fucking hits that Graves mistake. Oh, and went for the pin right after too. And went for the pin right after too. That was fucking great. For once. Hits that Graves mistake, hits that fucking Roxanne roll again, and just like that, it's all over. That was a good match. Very good finish, in my opinion. Unlike the fucking tag match. But it is now time, ladies and gentlemen, for our main event of the evening. Get set because Santana Santos is going one-on-one with Marco Rodriguez in Rodriguez's first match in several months. First match since December. First match since Snowstorm. Let's go ahead and get this one going. Good timing with the theme song. Teases and teases more and more until a satisfying ending. Exactly. Well, there they are, La Armada del Mexico, making their way down to the ring. Of course, accompanied by the UPWA champion, Loco Lee Lopez, who won that title last week at MCW Game Over by knocking off the X Factor Zack Stasiak. Santana Santos as well defeated Deuce once and for all. And at Wrestling Palace, the stage is set for Aztexico to collide. Santos will challenge Lopez for the tag titles in the main event of Wrestling Palace, but tonight, Santos has a great task ahead of him. Last week, at Game Over, Marco Rodriguez made his dramatic return. Now tonight, he goes one-on-one with Santana Santos. For several weeks, hints were dropped at this man's return. You've been seeing the silhouettes appear in the background of many superstars' backstage segments as of late. And finally, at MCW Game Over, the pieces were put together to form the larger puzzle. Marco Rodriguez made his return, and he did so by attacking his older brother in an act of vengeance for what was done unto him all the way back at Snowstorm. And now Marco Rodriguez prepares to do battle with one of the men who helped Pedro Rodriguez in his assault all those months ago. While Marco Rodriguez's main enemy may be Pedro Rodriguez, he still has some loose ends of his own to tie in the form of Santana Santos, Loco Lopez, and Straight Edge. Tonight he gets set to go one-on-one with El Tigre Mexicano, who delivers code red, looking to put Marco away early, gets a 1 count. And of course, the entire Armada at ringside, supporting their brother in arms. So far, Santana in firm control of this match, going to the top turnbuckle. Setting up here, waiting for Marco to get back up to his feet. Now looking for a diving arm drag to the opponent. Gonna pick him back up. Kick gets caught, elbow right to the knee. Now a knife edge chop follows up with a springboard moonsault. Explosive offense there from El Mariposa Muerto. Now looking to follow up, going after the mask of Santana Santos, who is able to fight back. Now a crucifix bomb taking him down. And it's worth mentioning as well, as we can very obviously see, this is a brand new mask for Marco Rodriguez. He's worn that skull mask very similar to Pedro's for so many years after he was initially betrayed by his older brother, but since his mask was torn up back at Snowstorm. And additionally, now that Marco Rodriguez seems to have forgiven himself over his and his brother's turmoil, Santos goes for the cover off the Spanish Fly, only a 2 count. It seems as though Marco finally moving on, adopting a new mask, a much more intimidating mask as well. But Santos off the top rope delivers Eye of the Tiger, going for the cover to put Marco away, going for the pin here. Well, that's, you know, Marco Rodriguez. That's all I got to say about that. That's all I got to say about that. I fucking called it. I called this bullshit main event, bro. I fucking called it. Go back to like... Go back to like the second match of the night. I fucking called it, bro. I love this stupid ass game. I can't wait for this fucking EP shit to be over so I don't have to deal with this goddamn bullshit anymore. That's like one of the main things I'm looking forward to, straight up. I'm not even gonna lie, I honestly might just go ahead and Discord this shit. Don't even be surprised if once I get around to doing a promo for this match, don't even be surprised if the result ends up changing. I know I don't ever fucking do that, but I might honestly just end up doing it. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. If this is a better match, maybe I'd accept a Santos win, but Marco is very much supposed to win this fucking match right here. I'm actually a little pissed off at 2K for that shit. Not even lying. But either way, very great show up until our main event. I'll go ahead and give this MCW that. Be sure to tune in next week for some more UPW action. XCW 190 going to be live on Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I should probably slow it down a little bit, shouldn't I? XCW 190 live this Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, MCW 190 next Thursday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as usual. Let's see. Let me check something real quick. Alright, fuck it. Stick around. We're going to go ahead and give the boy Kevin French a raid again. Just because fuck it, why not? I don't know if any of y'all stuck around for his stream last night, but I hope that you stick around for this one. Because honestly, you know, if you're having a good time, I feel like you should go ahead and vibe with him for a little bit. Fucking, I just want there to be some goddamn positive out of this fucking short ass main event, bro. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and give him a raid here in a minute. I'll go ahead and get the raid started now. But until next time, guys, this has been... Fuck no, this is actually just kind of pissing me off. Whatever. This has been MCW 189 live from fucking Nashville, Tennessee, I think. I'm Doug the Dog 6, I'm signing off. Have a fucking good night. Have a happy Friday, I do mean that genuinely. And I'll catch you guys later.